I think the WNBA, this is just my view, bro. They've established something and they built something, right? They got something of not just interest, but influence, politics in there. You gotta have talent too, bro. Mm-hmm. It's a new wave that is here. Caitlin Clark gonna be a lot more smarter. She's gonna have a lot more to say. She's gonna have a lot more to, you feel what I'm saying?
Kevin Garnett just dropped a bombshell about Caitlin Clark. The NBA legend's words are sending shockwaves through the WNBA. What did KG say that's got everyone talking? And why is it putting the entire league on high alert? When Caitlin Clark first stepped onto the WNBA court, she wasn't the dominant force we see today. Like many rookies, she faced challenges adjusting to the pro game. The speed, the physicality, the pressure. It was a whole new world. Clark had moments of brilliance, sure, but consistency was an issue. Some fans started to wonder if the hype was real, but Clark had a secret weapon up her sleeve. The Olympic break.
Guess what? The one thing we gotta talk about? We gotta talk about the pace of the game. Dallas gonna have to make the pace of the game quicker because they're not scoring enough. And in the summer, if you know what I'm saying, go back to where you at respectfully, have camps, have whole bunch of program where you establish, bro. That's the move. And that's gonna leave a lot of people out of it. And that's where we at. That's what I got to say, yo. Respect. Real shit.
While most players saw it as a chance to rest, Clark saw an opportunity. She didn't just take a breather, she kicked her preparation into high gear. You might think a rookie would use that time to relax, maybe catch up on some Netflix. Not Clark, she was in full beast mode. So what exactly was Clark up to during this break? Film study for starters, hours upon hours of game tape, analyzing defenses, studying player tendencies. But that's not all. Clark hit the weight room hard. She knew she needed to get stronger to compete with the seasoned pros. And on the court, non-stop drills, working on her shot, her handles, her footwork. The result? When Clark returned to action, she was a different player. It's like she fast-forwarded her development by a whole year. And the Phoenix Mercury, they were about to find out just how much Clark had leveled up. And in that game against the Mercury, Clark didn't just play well, she dominated. We're talking 29 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds. But here's the thing, those stats, as impressive as they are, don't even tell the whole story. Clark was directing traffic like a veteran, calling plays, finding open teammates. Her basketball IQ was off the charts. What really stood out was Clark's confidence. She wasn't playing like a rookie anymore. She was playing like she owned the court. Every move, every decision, it all came with a swagger that said, I belong here, and I'm here to win. The Mercury's defense. They had no answer for Clark. She was picking apart their schemes, exploiting mismatches, creating shots for herself and her teammates. It wasn't just that she was scoring, it was how she was scoring. Clutch threes, acrobatic layups, pinpoint passes. Clark had it all on display. But perhaps the most impressive thing about Clark's performance was her poise under pressure. Late in the game, with the score tight, Clark didn't shrink from the moment. She embraced it. She made big plays when her team needed them most. That's not something you often see from a rookie. This wasn't just a good game for a first-year player. This was a statement. Clark was announcing to the entire WNBA that she had arrived and she was here to stay. The league was officially on notice. And that's when Kevin Garnett, one of the all-time greats, took notice. KG isn't the type to throw around praise lightly. When he speaks, people listen. And what he had to say about Clark, it was the kind of insight that could change the way we look at rookie development in the WNBA. Garnett pointed out something that many had overlooked. He called Clark's Olympic break a blessing in disguise.
Is this the first time we watching college basketball where I know more girls than guys? Name five guys in college right now, Pete. I know Caitlin, I know, you feel me?
I know the girls.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Shout to Dawn Stanley too, man. The Gamecocks second year
South
in a
Carolina.
row, going fucking undefeated. She can go right to any hood right now and get a bucket. That's what I'm saying.
If you gave her 30 minutes in the NBA game, can she get a bucket? I think so. I think she can get 10.
While other rookies were thrown straight into the fire of a full WNBA season, Clark got this unexpected pause, and she used it to her full advantage. KG's theory. This break gave Clark the chance to make an off-season adjustment that most rookies don't get. It's like she got a mini off-season right in the middle of her rookie year, and the results speak for themselves. Clark came back stronger, smarter, and more prepared for the challenges of pro basketball. When Kevin Garnett speaks, the basketball world listens. And what he said about Caitlin Clark, it's got everyone talking. KG isn't just any former player, he's a legend, a champion, and one of the most respected voices in the game. So when he drops a bombshell about a rookie, you know it's big.
I'm watching Shorty. Caitlin Clark go through shit. I'm watching all, man, rookies, you're gonna go through some shit. And guess what? When you're it, when you got the bullseye on your back, yeah, when you it, it's gonna come with some shit. Bro, all this is gamemanship, all this go with the game, all this, P, you know exactly what I'm saying. Bro, you have to come in here, bro, in the drill, all here, ready on the drill. You hear me? It's a sign of respect when niggas start doing this bullshit too. When they start nipping you and yeah. Okay, I'm on here.
Garnett spotted something in Clark's game that most people missed. It's the kind of insight that separates good players from legends. He didn't just see her stats or her highlight reel. KG looked deeper into the very core of Clark's game. So what did Garnett see that had him so impressed? It all comes down to preparation. KG pointed out that Clark's performance against the Phoenix Mercury wasn't just raw talent. It was the result of serious work behind the scenes. In his words, you can tell she was in the film room. That's high praise from a player known for his own intense preparation. But Garnett's insight goes even further. He believes Clark's Olympic break was like a secret weapon. Most rookies don't get a chance to catch their breath and adjust mid-season, but Clark, she turned that break into her own personal training camp. KG called it an off-season adjustment, something rookies usually don't get until their first full off-season. And boy, did it show in her game. Clark came back looking like a different player, more confident, more in control. It's like she hit fast forward on her development. Suddenly, she wasn't just playing, she was controlling the game. This isn't just about Clark though. Garnett's observation could change how we think about rookie development in the WNBA. Could teams start building in strategic breaks for their young players? Might we see more structured adjustment periods to help rookies adapt? But here's the real question. How exactly did Clark use this secret weapon to dominate on the court? It's not just about getting stronger or faster. Clark came back with a whole new level of basketball IQ. Think about it. Most rookies are just trying to keep up with the speed of the pro game. They're reacting, not dictating. But Clark, she came back from that break, running the show. She was calling plays, finding mismatches, and exploiting weaknesses in the defense. That's veteran stuff, not rookie moves. And it's not just about offense. Clark's defense improved too. She was anticipating plays, getting into passing lanes, and causing havoc. It's like she downloaded the entire Phoenix Mercury playbook during her break. But perhaps the most impressive thing is how Clark used her newfound knowledge to elevate her teammates. She wasn't just looking for her own shot. She was creating opportunities for everyone on the floor. That's the mark of a true leader. Garnett's insight shows us that Clark isn't just talented, she's smart. And in the WNBA, that's a deadly combination. She's not content to rely on her natural abilities. Instead, she's constantly looking for ways to improve, to learn, to get better. This is what separates good players from great ones. It's not just about what you do on game day. It's about the work you put in when no one's watching, the hours in the gym, in the film room, studying your opponents. That's what turns potential into production. Clark didn't just come back better, she came back smarter. We're talking next level basketball IQ that's got everyone in the WNBA scratching their heads. How did a rookie make such a massive leap in such a short time? While other players were catching their breath during the Olympic break, Clark was in full-on beast mode. She wasn't just hitting the gym, she was living in the film room. Clark was breaking down game tape like a seasoned pro, studying every move, every play, every defensive scheme she might face. But the real magic, it happened when Clark stepped back onto the court. All that preparation translated into pure basketball brilliance. Against the Phoenix Mercury, Clark didn't just play, she orchestrated. She was calling plays, directing traffic, and making split-second decisions that left defenders spinning. You know how most rookies are just trying to keep up with the pace of the pro game? Clark was setting the pace. She was 2 steps ahead, always. It's like she downloaded the entire WNBA playbook during her break and came back ready to school everyone. Let's break down what made Clark's performance so special. First off, her court vision was off the charts. She wasn't just finding the open player, she was creating openings that weren't there before. Clark was threading passes through gaps that most players couldn't even see, let alone exploit. Then there's her scoring. Clark wasn't just putting up points, she was doing it efficiently. She was picking her spots, knowing exactly when to take over and when to facilitate. That's veteran stuff, not rookie moves. But here's what really set Clark apart, her defense. Most young players struggle on that end of the floor, but Clark was locked in. She was anticipating passes, disrupting plays before they could develop. It's like she knew what the Mercury were going to do before they did. Clark dismantled the Mercury's defense like she had the cheat codes. She was calling out their plays before they even set up. Rookies don't do that. Heck, most veterans don't do that, but Clark, she made it look easy. You want to know how good Clark's basketball IQ is? Watch her off the ball. Most players, when they don't have the rock, they kind of check out. Not Clark. She's constantly moving, setting screens, creating space for her teammates. That's the kind of stuff that doesn't show up in the box score but wins games. And let's talk about her poise under pressure. Late in the game, when things got tight, Clark didn't shrink from the moment. She embraced it. She was making big plays, hitting clutch shots, and most importantly, making the right decisions. That's not something you can teach. That's instinct, and Clark's got it in spades. It's like Clark hit the fast forward button on her career. She's not playing like a rookie anymore. She's playing like an all-star, like an MVP candidate, and that's got everyone in the WNBA talking. But here's the real kicker. Clark's not just changing her game, she's changing the whole WNBA. She's raising the bar for what we expect from young players. She's showing that with the right preparation and mindset, rookies can come in and dominate from day one. Think about it. How many times have we heard coaches say it takes time for players to adjust to the pro game? Clark's blowing that idea out of the water. She's adjusted, and she's done it faster than anyone thought possible. This isn't just about Clark, though. It's about the future of the WNBA. Clark's success is going to change how teams approach rookie development. We might start seeing more structured breaks, more intensive film study, more emphasis on basketball IQ for young players.